Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. Out this weekend is Bloodshot, the latest comic adaptation coming to the big screen, and the first comic adaptation for Valiant Entertainment, bringing their wonderful world of characters to the movies and hopefully launching a whole new cinematic universe. Starring Vin Diesel. I'm sure this one's going to be pretty damn popular. So, where do you start with Bloodshot? Now, there's a lot of different volumes that have come out. The character has been around for quite some time. And, there's been excellent runs on the character. I mean, seriously, absolutely amazing runs. Valiant as a whole, I think, is a gem of a comic universe that does fantastic work when it comes to their superhero line of comics. And what's really great about Valiant is that you're able to pick up one comic and enjoy it, one series and enjoy it, or you can go and pick up multiple and see the interweaving dots being connected and enjoy it even more. So it works on multiple layers. What's also great is that they do a fantastic job and really make it a focus to create volumes that are great starting points for readers. So in my hands is Bloodshot, the definitive edition, collects issues 0 to 13 of the series, one of their volumes. And this is also, supposedly, it says right out here, the inspiration for the film. I haven't seen the film myself yet, so I can't tell you, how close the film tracks to this. But based off of the trailers that I've seen, there's clearly a lot that it works off of. This is a fantastic volume, and I will say this is a great place for folks to start who want to check out the comics and see what that's like. So this is written by Duane, Swierczynski, and Matt Kindt, artists Manuel, Garcia, Arturo, Lozzi, Barry Kitson, Matthew Clark, Matt Ryan, Stefano, Gaudiano, Mark Pennington, Clayton, Crain, ChrisCross, colors Ian Hannin, Moose Baumann, Brian Reber, Sotomayor, letters Rob Steen, Dave Sharpe. It's got Setting the World on Fire, which is issues 1 through 4, The Rise and the Fall, 5 through 9, Harbinger Wars, 10 through 13, and Bloodshot number 0, including there's also a gallery with a whole bunch of artists. A lot packed in. It's a very thick book for just $24.99. I think it's actually a fantastic price for this as well. Less than $2 an issue, plus all the extras that are in there, gallery and character designs and sketches and pencils and there's just so much. There's just a lot packed in here. So Bloodshot, for those that don't know, he's a super soldier, and in his body are nanites that help rebuild him when he gets damaged. So he gets shot and then the wound closes. He's got super strength and super speed because of that. I mean, he can get blown to crap and then stitch back together. He also needs to eat a lot of protein for this to happen. So he's got some things that slow him down. They're nanites, so it's technology. So he is vulnerable to anti-tech sort of stuff. It's very, I would say, inspired by 80s action films. Universal Soldier is a film and series, and also, I believe, comics, that this reminds me a lot of. It's not necessarily a bad thing at all. I loved Universal Soldier, the original film. And, this has that, big action sequences, tons of, not so much the quippy lines, but, the crazy sequences of, diving out of a plane and getting blown up in midair, and crazy fights at hallways, and lots of big guns going off, and there's kind of an over-the-top aspect to it that actually just makes it a lot of fun and not too serious. It's not, though there is a lot of blood and gore because, people are being shot and Bloodshot's being torn apart, there's still something slightly comedic to it. It's that over-the-topness like you see in Tarantino films, where it's kind of hard not to laugh because it gets a little silly. And just not take it seriously as far as guts and blood and stuff like that. What's also, I think, really great is that this volume does a solid job of introducing Bloodshot for those who don't know the character. It does a really good job about his background and origin, teases with you with that as, is it really his origin, is it not? And then also dives into the mind screw that is the story. I mean, this is a guy who's a soldier who has memories implanted into him, so you don't quite know what to trust and what not to trust. And now that's fairly quick in the first issue, so I didn't really spoil anything there. I think that's something and it's also in the trailers. So I think that's something that's really cool, and that throughout the comic you at times are not trusting what you see, and you kind of And it also forces Bloodshot to act a little crazy at times. You know, is he talking to himself? Is he talking to a real person? Is what he's seeing in front of him actually happening, or did it happen at all? So it packs a lot in there in these 14 issues and does a great job about it. I think this is a fantastic read. Highly recommend it. I think this is a solid collection. And the art is good. Like, you know, there's a lot of artists that I read off, and the art to me does not... doesn't get like bad at all. Like, it's very coherent. It works really well. You can see kind of the crazy over the topness right there. And yeah, like, it's just like a good action comic. And the thing is that I like really enjoy about it is, you know, it's not from the big two. It's something that you can go and explore yourself. And again, Valiant does a fantastic job of setting each series on its own and then allowing you to also experience the greater world if you want and experience a lot more. As this goes on, it does feel like it layers on the Valiant world a little bit more. You get things with Harbingers, which I do not know if it's going to be in the film. Like, how based on the film is this? And does eventually kind of get into an event that happened with Harbinger Wars. So, you know, you do get dragged into the greater Valiant universe, and maybe you'll enjoy that stuff. As a whole, I think Valiant is one of the best, if not the best, superhero comic universe out there, just because of the way it's set up, and it's very accessible. You know, obviously you have to like the characters and all that, but there's generally something for everyone as far as tone and type of story and all that. It's just a really great series. Not that there's not places to improve. Everyone's got places to improve, but it's consistently really good. And the stuff they're putting out now is top notch. The Bloodshot series that's out right now is absolutely fantastic. Great popcorn comic. Just, you know, we love Valiant. It's really, we love our Valiant. So if you are wondering after seeing the film or before seeing the film where to start and what to check out, right here, this is a great thing. Bloodshot, the deluxe edition, highly recommended. Again, it's a fantastic read, really entertaining, and a perfect starting spot for those interested in Bloodshot and why Vin Diesel was all about this. So this is out obviously in comic shops, out in bookstores, been out for a bit. You should go get it from your comic shop. There's a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code as far as finding your comic shop. If you don't have a shop near you, we do have affiliate links. There are affiliate links, so we get a small percentage, but really support your comic shop. And speaking of support, I want to thank Valiant for hooking us up with this review copy. We appreciate it. And you can see tons of reviews, previews, and interviews with Valiant creators and series and all that on our site, Graphic Policy. You can go check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.